Resort Pass holds 95% of the day guest market and has partnered with luxury hotels, including the Waldorf Astoria, JW Marriott, and Fontainebleau. Voters are looking at facts today, not the White House spin machine. For a limited times, Burger King will give customers a choice of one of 3 sandwiches, along with chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink for $5. Officials from 19 Republican U.S. Here's what you need to know about grocery stores and their hours for the Memorial Day holiday on Monday. If you are planning on taking a road trip to celebrate the unofficial start of summer over the Memorial Day weekend, prepare to pay more at the pump than last year. U.S. federal safety regulators have added 9 more incidents involving Waymo robotaxis to an investigation it launched earlier this month. A printing error made around a decade ago resulted in millions of $1 bills with a rare misprint. Here's what to look for. Workers are hitting the spa and the gym on the last workday of the week. "The world is my oyster after 2 p.m. on a Friday," one said. Renewed rules for workplace inspections every few years are being blamed for mass return-to-office efforts. Sales are at all-time highs and profits are soaring. Nvidia Corp delighted investors when it announced a 10-for-1 stock split earlier this week. Picking out the right Father's Day gift can be tough. Luckily, we've compiled a unique selection of great gifts to help celebrate the occasion, from Garmin watches to Lego sets. Mortgage rates fluctuate almost daily based on economic conditions. Here are today's mortgage rates and what you need to know about getting the best rate. Less than half of Americans say a college education is worth taking on student debt. U.S. consumers tempered their inflation expectations in the second half of May compared with earlier in the month, though high prices continued to weigh on sentiment. Arthur Grand Technologies blamed a disgruntled worker for posting a discriminatory job listing. Walmart and Capital One have ended their agreement, giving the McLean, Vivoa financial giant, an exclusive deal to provide the retailer's credit cards. Demand for the drugs. Mounjaro and Zepbound has far outpaced supply over the last years, forcing Eli Lilly to invest heavily to scale up its manufacturing. A home in a Florida beach town recently sold for millions, making it the highest price sale in the area's history. Take a peek inside the 4,000 square foot space. Workday, WDAI, shares continue to take a beating, plunging lower in Friday's trading after the cloud-based corporate management platform slashed its full. Raul and his wife Rosa opened their first Cuban bakery storefront in 1976 in Echo Park. Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start of the summer travel season, and that means a lot of driving and flying. When discussing greenhouse gas emissions, the focus is usually on cars and trucks since they generate the most. Non-Traded Trust says, now is not the time for forced property sales. Target's Memorial Day sale includes denim skirtsy, tank top sa, linen pantses, sandals ye, and handbags from Tory Burchell, Levi's, Wild Fably, and Vera Bradley. Shop the 30 best deals for up to 59% off. BMW revealed the Skytop concept on Friday, showing off what looks to be a one-off 8 Series Targa with an open roof and inspiration from the Z8 and 503. Frontier Airlines passengers are abusing the company's wheelchair service to skip the line and secure priority boarding on their flights, the budget airline claims. We live in a world with more and more devices that require charging. The United Auto Workers on Friday accused Mercedes of interfering in last week's union election at 2 Alabama factories. The union filed an objection to the result with the National Labor Relations Board. Tech stocks in the Nasdaq 100 Aerosp, as tracked by the Invesco QQQ Trust, Nasdaq QQQOO, soared to record highs during the week, marking their 5th consecutive week of gains, the longest streak since January, driven by Nvidia Corp. President Joe Biden will reimpose tariffs on hundreds of goods imported from China. The Office of the U.S. Trade Representative announced, as part of a broader plan to increase duties in strategic sectors and protect American manufacturing. A former American Airlines attendant is accused of luring girls to use the lavatory after taping his iPhone to the toilet seat and explaining that the seat was broken. Orla Baxandalish, 25L, was rehearsing at a dance studio in Connecticut on Jan. On today's episode of Market Domination Over Time, co-hosts Julie Hyman and Jared Bleicher dissect the week's market action. Ultimately, the move to 5th and Harrison could have delayed the Ballard Link extension opening 10 to 24 months and would have cost $500 million to $1 billion more. A new Fox poll finds many Americans are staying home this summer and say higher prices are a factor. Others say they are not planning to vacation at all this summer. Hey, Americac, we are not in a recession, we haven't been in one for quite some time, and there isn't one coming soon. Oil looked set for a weekly loss on Friday after prices retreated Thursday amid concerns that inflation will stay higher for longer and hamper demand. A group of Tesla TSLA shareholders are trying to encourage others to vote against Elon Musk's $56 billion pay packages, saying Musk is distracted by the houses is built 16 feet above sea level and powered by solar and battery are the future of climate-resilient construction, their builder said. Tesla CEO Elon Musk flipped his stance on China tariffs during a conference on Thursday. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said the outlook for higher interest rates over the long haul makes it tougher to contain U.S. borrowing needs, heightening the importance of boosting revenue in negotiations with Republican lawmakers. Authorities were alerted when the British-Chinese woman attempted to buy London properties valued at $29.7 million, $15.8 million, and $5.7 million. The test maker said the FDA will likely decide on approval later this year. A lot of unexpected things happened this week, but the markets were into it. The Mega Millions jackpot jumped to an estimated $489 million after no tickets matched the winning numbers during the drawing Friday night. Jim Cramer looks at stocks in the news and a cryptocurrency that are outside the CNBC Investing Club portfolio. The Energy Department's move to sell 1 million barrels of gasoline from the Northeast Gasoline Supply Reserve may not provide much relief at the pump. Investors likely will have to sweat out a summer during which it looks increasingly unlikely that the Federal Reserve will be cutting interest rates. Amazon's Memorial Day sale has fantastic deals on top kitchen brands like Le Creuset, Ninjag, KitchenAid, and more. Shop now to score appliances, grills, cookware, camping gear, and more starting from $5.